welcome back to Millennial Money Honey. It's Katie here, and I had so much to say in my total year-end 2021 recap that I honestly just needed to do another video to update you on even more numbers because I just ran way over time. There was so much to go over, telling you every single category and how much I spent on each. I wanted to kind of give you a more of an overview of my net worth, my savings rate, the growth on my portfolio investments, and my progress to FIRE. So if you guys are also on your journey to financial independence and early retirement, be sure to like this video, subscribe to Millennial Money Honey, and hit the notification bell so you know when the next video drops. We're getting right into it because we don't have time to waste. So let's talk money, honey. If you didn't already watch my last video, I go over every single category and kind of give a reflection on how I think I did, how I can improve for 2022. So be sure to go check that video out. I will leave a link to it up there so you guys can go watch it. But if you already watched that and want to get to the totals, I'm going to give a little refresher on some of the things and numbers that I mentioned in the last one and give you a few more. For my income, I made $123,312. And for this number, I want to give a little refresher on gross versus net income. For those of you who need this refresher, I literally always have to Google this every time I talk about it to make sure I'm talking about the right thing and not the other thing. But gross income is pre-taxes and deductions. So before taxes get taken out and before the money hits your bank, like your 401k deductions, your healthcare type stuff, HSAs. And as a memory aid, gross equals disgustingly huge amount of money. So just think gross is disgustingly huge amount of money. And then your net income is post-tax income. So after tax and after all your 401k with that money taken out. And I like to think of money that slips through the net, so makes it through the cracks of the net, which is a lot less because not everything makes it through. Some of it gets held and doesn't ever hit your bank account, including all the taxes that the government takes. When I talk about my income, I do a mix of pre and post-tax. So I include my net income or my post-tax income. I also include the money that I contribute to my work retirement accounts like my 401k. For FIRE, I can actually use 401k money that I contribute and access it early through a Roth conversion ladder. Through a Roth conversion ladder, you can access your 401k money before 65. YouTube it, Google it. The Mad Scientist has a really good article on Roth conversion ladders. He has a nice flow chart and graph that you can reference and kind of get a visual understanding of how it works. But basically just know that yes, you can access 401k money before 65, no penalties. That's the takeaway you need to count on. Roth conversion ladder. Google it. Just a complete tangent, but something that's just good to know for reference. My monthly average for my income was $10,276. I actually did not realize that I was going to have an average of a 5-figure month, which is insane and really awesome. I certainly did not make that every month, but it averaged out to be that much, which is really, really cool. You know, every year that I've been working, and I've been working for 9 years, I've made more year over year over year. You can make an account on socialsecurity.gov or myssa.gov. I will go look that up and leave it right here. You can create an account and basically it will have your reported income for every single year that you filed taxes. So it's really cool to see the progress that you made. I don't think they've released those numbers for 2021 yet, but you trust me, you'll hear it on my Instagram. Follow Millennial Money Honey, and you'll know when I've discovered that it dropped and have gone and looked mine up, and you can go look yours up too then. Expenses. I spent $22,409 in total for the year, which is really great to know because I have built in my FIRE plan, I'm saving and investing enough money to be able to spend an annual $40,000 a year. So I really am giving myself this big buffer, knowing and anticipating that I'll have housing costs associated with my life. I'm not going to be living at home forever. So that is good to know that I'm keeping my spending well below my $40,000 FIRE kind of spend budget. With a monthly average of $1,867. And I also think this is a really important number for me to know because I am potentially taking a corporate sabbatical this year. So my budget on average, I should plan it around being $1,800 a month to be able to comfortably take that time off, probably even a buffer of $2,000. So if I take 6 months off, then I really should be saving, 6 times 2 is $12,000. You don't have to be good at math to be financially independent, just FYI. That's what calculators are for, and online calculators. I say this for my corporate sabbatical, but this is also something you should really take a hard look at to know how much you should save in an emergency fund. I would need $6,000 to have a 3-month emergency fund. This is a really, 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 I feel like, useful number to know, your monthly average spending. In savings, I saved a total of $100,907 for the 2021 year. I crossed the 6-figure line with an average savings of $8,409 a month, which puts me at a savings rate of 82%. And I kind of set my bar low. I anticipated a savings rate of 75%. I exceeded that goal. So something that I just kind of as an FYI, didn't put in, I paid $38,341 in taxes on my 9-to-5 job. That's about 30% of my entire gross pay. Gross, disgustingly huge, don't forget. Gross pay. So paid about 30% in taxes, and if you count that under my spending, that's more than what I spent in the entire year. So 64% of my spending total, if you count it as an expense. I'm happy to contribute my fair share, and I'm still very proud of, earning more. I am not anti-taxes, but it's just something good to know about my money, where it went, and if I'm looking at my W-2, I'm where is that money missing from my spreadsheet? It's all taxes. So for my 2021 savings rate, as I was saying, my goal was 75%, but I averaged 82%. I have my quarterly savings over on the right. And then you can see May was my lowest savings rate month, 43%. And that's because I included my business taxes that I owed on the freelance work that I did. So I paid $3,300 there in May, and I take out my W-2 taxes. So I'm maybe I shouldn't have counted my other taxes in this savings rate. But I did. So I don't know, is what it is. And then for March was 96%. March was just the middle of lockdown, and I honestly didn't spend anything, living at home, didn't go anywhere, didn't do anything, didn't see anybody. Yeah, this was height of quarantine. I spent $376. So that is why my savings rate was so high. It was just an average income month. It was my expenses that were extremely, ridiculously, insanely low. And that's an anomaly. For net worth, my change in my net worth is 55% from January 2021. In cash, I had $36,864. Tax advantage accounts were at $187,517. So that's my 401k, IRA, SEP IRA, Roth IRA, those kind of accounts. Taxable, $228,490. Those are my regular brokerages, Schwab and Wealthfront, as well as a little bit of crypto. And then liabilities, so my credit cards, $847, which I need to go just pay that off. So in total, my net worth is, as of December 31st, 2021, $452.24. I was reading my journal the other day, and one of my things that I wanted to manifest was a net worth of $350,000. My net worth has increased by more than 100K of that. Obviously, a lot of it is the $100,000 that I put in my, savings through my actual savings. But looking at the time-weighted returns, which are the return on your investment growth, negating contributions or withdrawals, the time-weighted return on my portfolio is 20.1% growth since January 1st of 2021. And comparing that to the performance of the total US stock market index, that return was 25.68%. However, I'm holding some international funds that didn't perform quite that high, as well as some other assets that just kind of made it a little bit lower. But however, it's really close to that average, and I'm very happy with my time-weighted returns. Something that I like to track, or just kind of see is yearly progress each December. Fortunately, I really don't have any like kind of financial data prior to August of 2019, at which point my net worth was already in the $100,000 range. But you can see my net worth in December of 2019 was $156,952. In December of 2020, it was $285,939. So that's 82% growth from the last year. And then in December of 2021, my net worth was $452,024, which is a 58% growth from 2020. It wasn't as crazy of a growth year as last year. 2020 was absolutely wild for me. But 2021 has still continued to trend fabulously upwards. So if you are hesitating on starting your journey to financial independence or investing or getting your just general financial wellness together, you've got to start. This is your sign. And then finally, what everybody is here for, which is FIRE, financial independence, retire early. My progress to that, I also kind of like to take a holistic look back so I can see like how far I've come. So in January of 2020, I was at 10% with 90% left. January 2021, I was 19% FIRE and had 81% left. Currently, I'm at 30% FIRE with $1,047,976 to go to reach my goal of $1.5 million saved and invested. Between 2020 and 2021, that's 9% growth and then 11%. So it'd be cool to see something like 15% growth in my progress to FIRE in 2022. I'm not like setting any goals or intentions, but it would be cool if I were to be 45% FIRE this year, putting out that idea into the world. And if it happens, it happens, but you can't hold too tightly to an idea. But that is my progress to FIRE and all the money numbers. If you guys have more money numbers that you want to see from me, be sure to leave it in the comments below. I really feel like everybody should at least be proactively thinking about how they can better their finances, just have a happier, healthier relationship with money, because it doesn't need to be complicated or hard. And I'm not saying I'm perfect, because I'm absolutely not. Like, I still struggle with money and figuring out the perfect, most tax optimal way of reaching financial independence. Done is better than perfect, and progress, not perfection. So that's what we're all about here. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe to Millennial Money Honey. Hit the notification bell so you know when my next video drops. Hit the like button so we can hack this YouTube algorithm. Maybe this is the year my channel takes off. I don't know. We'll see. 2022. Anyway, guys, that's it for today. Let's all retire early together.